Hi guys, welcome. If you are a 5G stock investor and are looking for the best 5G stock to invest in 2021, then this video is for you. In this project, I'll be putting the best 5G stocks, Broadcom, Qualcomm, Qorvo and Skyworks Solutions side by side to find out which is the best 5G stock to invest in. I'll be ranking the stocks based on growth, profitability, financial strength and valuations. So let's get right into it. Broadcom is in blue, Qualcomm is red, Qorvo is green, and Skyworks is orange. On a macro level, if you look at the revenue trends on the right-hand side, the 5G space is still healthy as there are no signs of a downturn. 5G is still a very good sector to invest in. But the charts also show that not all companies are growing at the same pace. For example, the revenues for Broadcom and Qorvo are still growing, but Qualcomm's revenue has started to flatten. Broadcom's year-over-year revenue growth is 13.7%. Qualcomm is 0.7%, Qorvo is 16.5%, and Skyworks is 32.7%. Skyworks cost 3 points, Qorvo 2 points, Broadcom 1, and 0 for Qualcomm. I'll be scoring 3 points for the best, 2 points for the runner-up, 1 for third place, and 0 for last. And I'll tally up the scores at the end of the video. On a quarter-on-quarter basis, Skyworks is the winner again with 13.8% growth, followed by Qorvo at 11.2%, Broadcom with 8.4%, and 0 points for Qualcomm with 4.2% growth. Broadcom is the winner for the year-over-year net income growth with 205% growth. Skyworks is second with 160%, followed by Qualcomm and Qorvo. Broadcom wins again for the quarter-on-quarter net income growth with 32%, followed by Qualcomm at 15%. By Skyworks is third at 3.9% and Qorvo 0 at negative 4.4%. Next up is the free cash flow. The trailing 12 months free cash flow is showing a healthy trend. The big winner is Qualcomm at 17.7%, followed by Qorvo and Broadcom at 8.2 and 2.8%. Skyworks scores 0 points here with negative 2.5%. Broadcom is again the winner for the earnings per share growth at 189%. Skyworks is second at 162%. Qualcomm is third at 139% and Qorvo is last at 112%. Again, notice the trend on the right side. It is generally healthy for all 5G stocks. The earnings per share was flat before 2019, but has since started to spot a rising trend. Based on the growth numbers, it appears that Broadcom is leading. Let's take a look at the profitability next. The gross margins for all stocks are around 50% and above, showcasing the strength of the 5G market. The net margin is also strong, coming in between 25% and 30%. But there's a key difference between the companies with regards to the gross and net margins. Although Broadcom has the highest gross margin at 62%, the net margin is only 27.7%. Contrast that with the Skyworks Solutions that has a gross margin of 50% but a net margin of 30.3%, a difference of 2.6 percentage points. One of the insights I learned from my earlier analysis of Skyworks is it is an exceptionally efficient company with prudent spending. They have one of the lowest percentage of R&D investment, and yet they can command high margins for their products. Skyworks also has low management fees in terms of stock-based compensation. I'll have that project linked in the description box below. Another reason why Skyworks can achieve superior net margins is due to its low debt levels. Skyworks never had any long-term debt previously, but they took on a debt of $1.5 billion just last quarter, and the interest expenses have not been fully realized yet. So next quarter's net income will take into account the full impact of the interest expenses. Broadcom has a massive long-term debt of $40 billion, and they are not actively paying off the debt. While the revenue and income are growing, so are their long-term debt commitments. Qualcomm has a debt of $13.7 billion, that is 35% of their assets, followed by Qorvo at $1.7 billion or 24%. The issue with high debt level is the erosion of profits in interest expenses. Broadcom paid $415 million or 22% of their net income in interest. Qualcomm paid interest of $138 million or 6.3% of net income. Skyworks Solutions, on the other hand, only paid $3 million or 0.3% of their net income in interest payments. Next up are the valuations. The PEG ratio varies greatly among the stocks. Skyworks and Qorvo are undervalued at the current levels at 0.42 and 0.58. Broadcom is overvalued at 2.18 and Qualcomm is way too high at 30.8. Qualcomm gets 3 points for the lowest PE ratio at 18.3, followed by Skyworks at 21.6 and Qorvo at 23.9. Broadcom is the priciest stock at a PE of 35.8. Based on price to book value, Qorvo's costs 3 points at 4.57. Skyworks is marginally overvalued at 6. Qualcomm is way too high at 20. Let's tally up the scores. Broadcom and Skyworks are fared equally for the growth numbers at 16 points each. Broadcom pulled ahead slightly with profitability, but it fared poorly for the financial strength with their mountain of debt. For the valuations, Qorvo was the winner with 5 points, followed by Skyworks at 3. But overall, Skyworks is the big winner with 32 points, followed by Broadcom with 24 points and Qorvo with 20 points. My bet is on Skyworks as they are profitable, growing, and reasonably valued at current prices. I would continue to watch Qorvo and see if they can improve their growth numbers in the next quarter. I would not consider Broadcom and Qualcomm due to the massive debt that is a drag on profits. I hope this project has been useful. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like to receive more videos like this. And I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye for now.